Hey, I just got back from a 2 day intensive in Belgium where I was working with a really cool coaching and leadership company who had asked me to come in because they were drawn to the practice and they wanted something to help boost their team and their organization. And I had done this a year before and I absolutely loved it. And it felt like that one was definitely like working with experienced practitioners who don't do our practice. So there was a lot for them to learn in our practice, but they were very present. They were good coaches. So it was a really alive space to work with people like that. And and it was rich. Like we did a lot of surrendered leadership and deep issues came up in the company and they made some really significant changes in their organization from what came up and they appreciated being able to be present and there was a peak moment in the 2 days where the CEO and founder came into a very deep meeting and challenged to me, like wanting me to show up even more. And yeah, and he came in with a lot of energy, but it was really nice for me because that, feels very in alignment with the practice and something we would often see in in a circle. So meeting him in that energy and coming forward and yeah, we were like two tigers. Really was something for him. Like a lot of people on his team were like crying because they felt that energy come at them, and it felt too strong and like not in the right context. But to be with me in that context and me be ready for that energy, that made him realize that he was longing for that and that he could play full out and but also see that the impact it was having if that energy came out yeah in the wrong context. So that was really beautiful. And they invited me back this year, and it was amazing because this year it was more like, can we more directly work in the organization, the transformational connection? Like they really wanted support getting to the next level in their vision and their teamwork, and so I felt like I was really more like consultant like. And I absolutely loved it. And I really saw the potential of transformational connection in business and in any organization, just seeing what it was to have an awareness of like what goal orientation does and how awesome it is, but what an impact it has if you're with people exploring or even talking about important business matters and there's some sense of presence and curiosity and being seen where you are and being heard all the way through. That's already so impactful, especially if you're working with organizations that work with people like carers and nurses or but also in business it's really important. There are moments where the listening is vital, and so that was wonderful. But all the other things we've discovered through the practice, the transformational boundaries, the like how triggers and developmental trauma play up in people's awareness and patterns, what it is to speak from your truth, but also deeply receive another, how it is to take multiple perspectives and have constructive conflict around important issues, how to meet another and be aware of context and when to say yes, when to say no in a way that's conscious and aligned. So all these things are just so vital in business, and I knew that, but I really saw it, and yeah, it could really sense how it's kind of meeting the needs of the business world, but staying aligned to what our principles and what it is we're standing for in the practice. So I really wanted to share that for anyone who's inspired by that kind of work and as an encouragement to go forward and yeah, to look at ways to reach organizations or people working in business or the government sector or private public sectors. So yeah,